Welcome YouTube fans and Transformer fans alike. I'm George, the 80s Transformers fan, and today I got Masterpiece Ultra Magnus. To be more precise, he's MP22 Cybertron City Commander Ultra Magnus by Takara Tomy. And I got this huge box. I got to push way back so I can get it all in frame. Front of the box, obviously. Turn to the side of the box, and it just says Transformers Masterpiece Ultra Magnus City Commander. You turn to the back of the box, and there's a picture of Ultra Magnus, and it says actual size. Got another picture, him at the top, print that I can't read, and several pictures of Ultra Magnus. You know how they do it. That features everything that's contained in the box and what he can do and what he can't do. Bottom of the box, probably some less than important things there, maybe important, I don't know. But there he is, and I'll open him up right now. Nice and hefty. Alright, Ultra Magnus comes packaged, obviously, in robot mode. He's gigantic, having a hard time getting him on camera. You can see he has an alternate face. Spike and Daniel, his blaster gun, and extra fist. Here we have the packaging for his instruction sheet, which I might actually need this time. Like, he's kind of complicated, so like Megatron was. I don't want to break it, but his instruction packet with some newer artwork that we haven't seen before. Mostly they've been using like Pat Lee artwork for a lot of these things, and this is, I believe this is from a newer comic, I think. Not too sure. On the back it has all the Ultra Magnuses, Ultra Magni, whatever. The original G1, the Shiny Ultra Magnus, which is my favorite. Oh, I hope they redo this in the Shiny Ultra Magnus. The reissue of the Diaclone colored version, and where he was seen in Transformers movie promo. The MPO1 mold. And then at the bottom they have a selection for the first, I think this is the first time they have a selection of the Autobots or Transformers available. Quick thumb through. Some black and white photos. Schematic. Transformation. The face change ability. Now, hey, this kills me because they putting face change in all these damn toys, and they didn't do it for the Secret Jets. But you can change like Bumblebee face, Wheeljack's face. He's not packed with an extra face, but you can change his. Now you can change Ultra Magnus face. This is really killing me. And that's a quick look at the instruction booklet. Also in here is the mail away. Some type of offer that no one actually knows what to do. It actually says sample on there in English. His tech spec card shows that it's pretty powerful. He only has like 2 6s, and I'm pretty much, that's probably speed, and I can't think of what the other might be. Maybe firepower, but he's right 9s and 8s. And now to try to get him out, I mean, he's huge. He's huge because he's like still in the clamshell, but he's like on the table, and I'm about as far back as I can reach. Get him in camera. He's huge. I'm happy for that. See if I can get him open. All right, lifting him out of the clamshell. Oh, it's beautiful, beautiful. It's huge. I'm already in love with the fact that the guy is huge. Can't even like see his face. Oh. I'm gonna click up higher. Alright, there's his face. Oh man. Turn them around here. Look at the back. I mean, it's amazing how cartoon accurate they've gotten these guys to look. And here's the little skirt that everyone's complaining about. I saw it and was like, wow, that's kind of unfortunate. They could have did a little something with that. Maybe could have put another hinge right here and had it fold up one more time. You know, how much would that have cost? 20 more bucks or something, throw that in. I wish they threw it in. But, wow, man, I gotta scoot them way back. It's gotta be the largest masterpiece there is. Well, with the new scale. I'm gonna high sizes with MPO1. I'm gonna have to break them out. Put those guys side by side. Break out Megatron. Wow. Very impressive to the eye. Looks good. The only imperfections I can see is what a lot of people have complained about is like where the little tabs broke for where they poured the plastic in the mold. That I can really see. He has the molded on Autobot symbol. He has the rockets. That 360. Rockets come out. Thought I saw somebody pull the rockets out. Yep, rockets come out. Got that one out. It's not like I heard. There's no spring in there, but it sounded like it was one. But okay, let me back them up, and since he's packaged in robot mode, let me go ahead and do articulation. His head, 360s. He can easily look up and really can't look down. His chest, of course, a lot of these bigger guys like that. But he has a little neck in there, and I'm sure inside the neck is the ball joint. If I can back up again. Like, wow, I mean, I apologize because my zoom, it's hard to get this guy in on the camera. His arm, 360, swivels at, that's what would be the bicep. It's hard to know robot anatomy. 360s, ratchets up and down, come to his hand, and he has a really impressive hand sculpt with the knuckles and everything, and he just has the one individually articulated finger, and then the other three are stuck together. But let me see what it rotates pretty cleanly until the thumb hits the side of his wrist area. It even pivots. It's like a ball joint in there. I know they're like removable. You can swap out with the other hands. He has no waist articulation due to the cab he's carrying around on his back. Also, the upper thigh comes up. It's about far as it'll go, and goes back pretty far. I don't think it won't swivel at the knee. I think you get that ratchety and have a little bit of ankle pivot. I think that's transformation, but it's still there. Yeah. And that's pretty much it for his articulation. His arms go out. There's some little tabbing, I guess it's due to the transformation. Or you can pull the arms out further from the body. But these little panels, it's like a little loose in here. These things keep coming out. I don't know if they go in front. This one keep popping behind it. It's like a little loosey-goosey in here. Yeah, I said loosey-goosey. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's doing that. Not quite locked in the robot mode, but he looks just like the cartoon, the movie. The red is like a little more. Sorry, the red. I keep forgetting it's not fitting on the camera. The red is like a little bit more maroon than it looks on the box. It's like a very red, and it's not quite matching up. Has like a little pink tint to it, but it doesn't hurt it visually. Oh yeah, and wow, it looks just like freaking Ultra Magnus. See how solid the guy is. See if I can get him to stand on one leg. No, not really. Well, he can almost do the split, so he has that. I think of what else I can get him to do while I have him in robot mode. When the little skirts move in and out just a little bit, they'll allow him to do that. Okay, I want to take a look at Ultra Magnus' accessories. He comes with a spike figure. This is like the third spike figure in the Masterpiece line. They waited 30 years to give us a spike, and now they won't stop. But if you can see the face there, there's no detailing in the face. It's just a throw-in accessory, I guess. And we get a Daniel, our first Daniel. And you know, I'm the type of guy, I want everything I can get out of these Masterpiece toys. If it's a Masterpiece, I need it all. He should have came with the little hoverboard he had in Transformers the movie. He fell off and Hot Rod scooped him up. Another thing, everybody's pointing out the hips on Daniel, and they are big. Wonder why that is. They're probably the same hips from Spike. No, actually a different sculpt. Why they're so big, I don't know. But there's Spike. If I can get him to stand. And Daniel from the movie and from the 86 cartoon. Also comes with an alternate face that everyone says when he was trying to open the Matrix. Like, this is the face when like he was actually dying, when he got killed by the sweeps, not Galvatron, not Cyclonus, or even Scourge. He got like shot to death by the sweeps. And this is his alternate face. Comes with these two fists where he can appear to hold the Matrix and attempt to open it. They should have done this with all the figures. If you do a Masterpiece toy and the hands don't have articulation, they should have alternate fists, like Hot Toys. I know it's not Hot Toys, but when I think Masterpiece, I think Hot Toys, Sideshow, and they should come. All these guys should come with alternate hands because they lack the articulation in their hands. And his blaster looks a lot like the G1. Looks a lot like the movie. It's like a little shimmering purple with a shade of gray in some of the little areas. A little bit of overpaint. The handle moves, you know, like all of them. I guess they all fold up in some manner of vehicle storage. And that is his accessories. And now I want to take a look at he has an alternate face, like I stated before. Not just alternate face, but he has a secondary head, which is like the Optimus Prime head. It's slightly different. Looks a little bit more aggressive than Optimus, but it's similar. And then it stops at the neck cut. It sort of looks like a mouth, but I don't think it's intended to be. It's meant to continue on, but because of the neck articulation or whatever, it's not there underneath. And what you do is you take this face, pop it out, take the secondary face, pop it in. Like, this is like the face from the kill shot of the sweeps on Planet Junkion. You just pop it on real easy. And again, this really baffles me how Bumblebee has 3 faces, Magnus has 2.5/3 faces, and the Seeker Jets have the same head. I just pray Skywarp has a different head. Now here's Ultra Magnus with his blaster in his hand. As you can see, it comes with a little standard peg. You don't even have to close the hand. It pegs into his left or right hand. Then you can close the hand around it. There's no trigger there, even though he has the trigger finger. Magnus with gun in hand. And a couple more things I want to point out on this figure that I noticed he has die cast, the return of the die cast in his toes or feet area, or was this one big toe? I don't know. And the return of rubber tires. Take a look at that in truck mode. Then he has the false tires to make it look more cartoon accurate instead of just having the real tires out, which is kind of cool. Also, his chest opens up just like in the movie. The two doors open. He has a little cavity in there for the matrix. Does not come with his own matrix. I don't know if Takara was just being cheap or the simple fact that he never had his own matrix and it came from Optimus. I don't know. But I'll get to that too. I'll stick MP10's matrix in there. I just want to take a look at that feature, why I have him in robot mode. But pretty cool. Pretty awesome figure. Okay, now I'm going to try to get this guy into truck mode. So here we go. Forgive me with the camera. Like I said, it's a big toy. And hopefully I can get it all on camera, because I'm usually looking at the toy and not exactly looking at what the camera's seeing. Because, you know, you got the lens here and then the little window you look at over here, and I'm looking here. So hopefully I can get it all in and do it without breaking a toy. Alright. Now you take the forearms, they cover their hands, just like so. You pull out, I think at this point you pull out the sides, just like the original toy, just like you think they would come out. And these little grooves reverse themselves like that. Same thing on the other side. Tabs in the back side instead of here. This comes around. Next step, you have to untab these arms, and I heard they're a pain in the ass. It's a little tab here, it's a little button here, but that's for something later. Oh wait, I take the top off the arms to help allow this. Alright, there it is. Swing that around. I believe you bring it back down at this point. Same thing on this side. Pull this little part over here. And it is a little tricky. A little hard to do. Oops, hit the camera. Bring these down. And then, we leave this for now. Slide the Ultra Magnus head back. There's a little white thing in there to indicate you've got it back. Come around here, spread out. Spread these parts, these pegs out. Spread these out. Flip them around. Can you remember, you turn Ultra Magnus' head around at this point. Take this part down here, and it's like double hinge. Work it around. Then you close these back. And the cab tabs in on the side. And you pretty much have the front of the truck. So then take this front half, bring that around, and you pull this part, which is essentially the rest of the cab. Tabs in like this. Not quite. I think I'm getting it. Sorry if I'm not getting it on camera. You pretty much have the front of the truck done. Pipes come around, pipes turn around like that. Spare face fell out. It'll be easier if I refocus on the legs at this point. And let me lay it down, get a better angle on it. It has little tabs where everything just tabs in just right. This top part has little tabs that go right into those little slots. And there you pretty much have to get, well, you can come around here to the bottom, flip out the wheels. It's so big, it's hard to keep it in camera. I'm doing my best. Flip out these wheels. They are rubber, they are chromed. You come around here to the feet and you can rotate the false anime feet for the real feet down, then back up. Again, you bring it down, turn it, slide it back up. The legs operate a lot like the G1 toy. Fold this panel out, rotate this section over. I pull these out, which I missed this step. Panel this out, rotate these out, just like the G1 toy. Rotate this section here to get these pieces up. And again, it's huge, and I'm trying to keep it all lined up. These pieces come up just like the G1 toy. This part pops out to cap the end, allow you to position the rockets the way you want them. This part folds over. These fold over, tab it. Everything has a place. It's clearly marked. It's not a hassle. It tabs in. Only problem I'm experiencing is just reaching over the camera and being able to see it, and hoping you guys can see it. Then there's the little tab we saw earlier. You push that tab and it releases the top panel. And it releases the top panel so we can get this little part out that fills that little gap. Same thing on the opposite side. You push the little tab to look like it had a purpose a few steps ago. You pull that out. Just chip my fingernail. Then you tab these together, here and here, to create the interlocking like the G1 toy. Very obvious tabs. They fit securely. And then there's a second tab here in the back where it used to be the forearms. There's a tab in there. Oh, untabbed here on me. All right, we got the top part. You take these pieces, fold this around, and it slots in. First, it slots in first to a little peg hole, and then you straighten it. That's all done. Come around to the other side. Yeah, I gotta finish locking in the legs. Get this up. And this tabs in, it swivels in. And again, there's a little hole. It slots in the hole, and then you straighten the piece. And you pop it securely once it's in the hole. Once it's in the hole, darn it. There it is. Get a little bit closer to my body. You know what? Let me make sure the legs are locked. There's a tab here. Lock these in. I was being lazy and then lock the legs in at the bottom. And then there's a second tab here. And just lock it in. Now let's see. Uh-oh. Something's not lined up. Oh, popped it out. Alright. Now let's see if it goes right in there. It doesn't want to behave. Dang it. Alright, there you go. I don't know why I did that. Zoom out. Zoom out. Thank you, thank you. Got a couple tabs here on both sides that tab in, pretty much like the G1 toy. It secures the rear portion. Again, same thing, other side. And at one point, I was supposed to flip this up to the front, but I don't think it matters. I actually think it looks better not flipped up, but it might allow the cars to sit in there better. I don't know. We'll see. Then the cannons. You have two options. The cartoon display like this, and the cannons are on the side, or you can swivel them around like this to look like the original G1 toy. This is where they were positioned on the toy. Oh, my side panel popped out. Also, his weapon. They do this thing now where all the weapons store in vehicle mode. You don't have to, but flip this up. It actually pegs in with this little circle and this rectangular slot inside his arms. And these two holes here. I think maybe I should have did it before, because this might turn out to be a pain. And the gun, it only goes one way, facing the back. It pegs into both sides. I don't know if you have to put it in both sides, but there's weapon storage. And here's Ultra Magnus All Transform. As you can see, it's the return of the chrome, the return of the die cast in his feet, and the return of the rubber tires, which I really love. A lot of people complain about it. A lot of people have issues with cracking and wear on the tires, and man, they must be storing it in the furnace. But I've had no problem with none of my rubber tires, Rodimus and MP10 Optimus, and I'm anticipating having no problems with this guy. Rolls pretty good. Doesn't have a whole lot of clearance when turning it, but he does turn. And like I said, I'm happy to see the return. I really love this toy. They added some little paint details that normally you might not see. There's some gray paint in the ventilation here. I was trying to remember all the places while I was fiddling around with the toy. But they splashed the paint in a couple places that you might not expect. They went the extra mile to put the stairs to the cab in here. I don't think they're this pronounced on MP10's version. We'll check that out in a second. And next up, I want to bring out the G1 version and compare them side by side. Okay, here they are side by side, and a couple striking differences immediately. The color. They went with the cartoon color blue instead of the G1 turquoise. And also, this was always like a off-white, and due to aging and weathering, it's has a little yellowing in it. So, but it was never that bright white. They went with the bright white on this one, which I'm happy they did. It actually looks better. I remember as a kid, like looking at Ultra Magnus, like why isn't he like pure white? Like he was a little off white like Wheeljack was. But here are the two side by side front cannons, and I like, you see this little clip, this part of his transformation. It's actually molded into this part of the Masterpiece version, which I think is real nice. A lot of detail to this here, like this little ventilation. It carries over to here. This little part, they put a lot of detail into the sculpt when you look at it, which is very impressive. Well, there's G1 Magnus with Masterpiece Magnus. Right, come around to the front, and I want to bring up the fact that they went with the cartoon accurate red bumper, which doesn't bother me either way. I would have preferred actually the chrome, just to get more chrome, but they went with the cartoon accurate red, which is cool. Now, as I showed you earlier, Ultra Magnus comes with Spike and Daniel, and they go inside the cab, but it's not as simple as that, because you have to untab, move these out of the way, and untab this back here. Now, wait a minute, I can make this simpler to show off another feature. If you turn him over, press this button, it actually releases the cab of the truck, which is so cool. But as far as I know, there's no extender to hold up the front, not that you need to. And you take the cab. Here's the cab. It rolls freely, which is a nice touch. And while I have the cab, I would have preferred that it actually transforms into an Optimus clone or look-alike, or his brother, or whatever he was meant to be. I would have preferred that, but the way this is engineered and laid out, it's beautiful what they done with this toy. So I don't mind so much, but I will be trying to find a third-party or knockoff white Optimus just to go with my set. But anyway, you untab this, and there are the little seats. As you can tell, the gap is about as wide as my finger, and you have to get Spike and Daniel in a sitting position, and there is a little peg in there that wedges between their legs, and you have to kind of guide those guys in there. And I done lost him. All right, let's try Daniel. Say the spaces, and I didn't go through articulating with these guys. They just bend at the knee and the arms move. There's no neck movement. So again, Daniel, seat, peg. Try and get them to sit in there. Try to get them to lock in there. Okay, I kind of like just dropped them, but I know you can crack it open. All right, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna crack it back open and see if I can get them to sit in the dang on seat. All right, he's pegged in. That way he's not falling out into the little cracks. And Spike. Come on, Spike. All right, you actually heard it like tab in. Now I gotta put it back together without them guys falling out. Again, incredibly engineered toy. There's Spike and Daniel sitting in there, and this part's very light. I heard somewhere that it had die cast in this part, but I don't think so. It's very light. The die cast is in the trailer. But beautiful, beautiful sculpt. While I have this here, bring out MP10. Here he is with MP10, Optimus Prime, and the cab sculpt at least on the outside, it's almost identical. They even put slits in the bumper where Optimus Prime cabs transform. Unless they just absolutely just use the same mold to make them. That's probably what they did. I thought they put the slits in there to make it look as if he could turn into Optimus Prime. But now that I think about it, it probably was the exact same mold. They probably just poured it, used it with plastic. Like I said, he has a molded staircase, and Optimus Prime does not. I don't know if they needed that space for his transformation. So you can see them both. He has like the gap staircase. Oh, they both have the stripe. They both have the mirrors that fold back. The tailpipes or smokestacks look the same. And as you can see, the back of Optimus Prime sits a lot higher than Ultra Magnus, so you really can't get. I mean, you could get the trailer on here, but it would be angling up. Okay, this doesn't want to stay. Yeah, you could. But the back of the trailer would be angling up. And with Ultra Magnus, in case you wanted to see MP10's trailer, sort of kind of works. It doesn't peg in, but it sits a little low. I'm sure something could be engineered to prop it up where he could actually carry Optimus Prime's trailer. Maybe a little peg or something. Alright, here's Ultra Magnus in armored car carrier mode, and he has 4 Transformers on top, 4 Autobot cars, like he had in this original G1 toy. And unlike this time, he had like little molded grooves where the tires could sit and kind of secure the car. On this one, he has a molded Autobot symbol there, which is different from any other Transformer. He has 3 molded Autobot symbols. But anyway, that's off point. The cars really don't like sit in there securely while rocking it. I mean, I don't know if anyone's gonna actually play with it. If any Masterpiece toy I actually would play with, it would be this guy, because how well he's designed, how sturdy he is. But I have Wheeljack in the front, and as you can see, Wheeljack's bumper's touching the cab. But the door on the back is or was closed. Or it's closed now. And they're all in there, but it's a tight fit. And just in case anyone was wondering, you can transform the trailer part without the cab, just like the G1 toy, and then finish the transformation separately. And he's kind of hollowed out in the back, just like the G1 toy. Now, Ultra Magnus's last main feature, I touched on it earlier, the Matrix of Leadership. Again, you open this up, identical to the 86 cartoon movie. Lift that up, then you separate these doors, which is a red translucent plastic that is oversprayed with the red. Well, the whole piece is the red translucent plastic. And you need Optimus Prime's Matrix. It's the only one that'll fit. You can't use the US Rodimus / Hot Rods Matrix. It's too big. You take Optimus Prime's Matrix. You can use the Year of the Horse, which is the same one, and you plug it right in there. And that's Ultra Magnus's Matrix cavity. It's kind of weird, right? Like, are they just born with a Matrix hole, or what? Do they add it later once they get the Matrix? There's Optimus Prime's Matrix cavity. 2 different scopes. A lot of detail inside Magnus. And you can close it up. It fits in there just fine. You can even see it through the glass, which is kind of awesome. So overall, I think he's an amazing figure. Okay, the absolute last thing that this guy has, and I can't believe I didn't get to it, you can just pop his hands off. And they're on a ball joint. The ball joint is in the truck. Pop his hand off. His arms back, and you can put on the alternate matrix holding hands, which just has the little slots in there. Which I think this is a wonderful touch. And hopefully something they continue into the future, being able to change the hands. And there you go. And let's see if I can get his hands to angle up and open the matrix. Just slide it in. And give me a sec. Alright, here he is holding the matrix. I don't think I got it exactly centered, but I changed the facial expression where he's struggling to open it and yelling out or whatever, even though that's not exactly how it happened. Pride, you said the matrix would light our darkest hour. Yes, I did, but this is technically your darkest hour and not all the Autobots, so this one's on you. Yeah, there he is. Thanks for watching my toy review. See you soon.